No win for our group. Every win, every game, every contest in this league, the battle. Um, Give Seton Hall a ton of credit. Not knowing Kadari wasn't going to play, we talked about it all week anyway. They never go away. I think down 9 late to Marquette, they never go away. Um, they never go away. Down one of the best players in our league, one of the best players in the country, and they absolutely just changed the way they play with incredible physicality, um, offensive rebound and aggression, steal aggression, and it took our guys a little bit to adjust to feel the tenor of the game, and our guys did and responded incredibly well in the second half to etch out a victory against a team and a program we have a ton of respect for. You're muted, Kevin.
No, that was my first question. It seemed as if that was maybe your most physical Big East game, or pretty close, especially in that first half. And you guys did adjust. What is it? Just challenging you guys at the half, or you think they just kind of felt it?
Yeah, the Xavier game was really physical, similar to tonight. We can argue, calls, no calls, but whatever the type of game it is, that's just how we like it. And that message had to be conveyed at halftime. But our guys, they were on the same type time I was on, coming into the locker room. So they did it. They did it. They made the decision just to simply not, just to stop getting pushed under the basket and start rebounding and just take care of the ball. They got some offensive rebounds late. The offensive rebound in total is a little flawed. They got some, desperate ones late.
And Kim, I think they made 7 of their first 8 in the second half. I think I had them finishing like 4 of their last 21.
Mm-hmm.
Again, stopping doors was so important, and Devin kind of stopped switching on them a little bit. That had to help a little bit.
We Yeah, they started off 8 for 9. I think that the scoreboard, our stat sheet said 89%. We got it down to 37 in the second half. Wow. Devin did a great job. Dawes is a great player. And we knew that he and Davis would up their, intensity and effort without Kadari. Devin did a great job. Pardon me, guys. My throat's a little sore.
Coach, some thoughts on your team's defense down the stretch?
Proud of them. Proud of them. With our change in defenses, I thought Richard Barron is growing incredibly. And on the defensive end, I see it the most. He didn't score, but he was +7. His defense was really good. It's what we have to hang our hats on. In evaluating our games, I thought it was the biggest issue in losing Bryce was the size, physicality, switchability defensively.
Kim, what did the team talk about in the under 12? Because it seemed like that's really where the run sparked in the second half.
Just doing what we do. We felt like, they're a great transition offense team. They're a much better half-court defensive team than they are defensively in transition. We felt like if we just got stops, we could find a way to create some shots on offense. And collectively, the guys agreed and just got it done.
And how about the break here, the bye? How much did that sort of allow you to sort of take a deep breath, get a little healthier, but also just kind of, sort of assess things?
It was good. It was a good time for us to get to watch some of our opponents. Obviously, Seton Hall coming off a 3 overtime game against Creighton, got to watch the Georgetown game. Their 2 games over the week, great, incredible game at Xavier. It was a good time for us to watch some games around the league, get healthy. It didn't really have much to do with the preparation for the day. We prepared for a different team than we've seen without Richmond out there. They're a completely different team than we played. So we had to prepare for this game in the first 11 or 12 minutes of this game. We had to feel the tenor of this game because that's not the team that we prepared to play. They took their stuff to another level today.
Kim, speaking of Georgetown, any thoughts on Saturday's game and Ed Cooley's return to the AMP?
Yeah, I think he has those guys playing really hard. The game at Xavier was really impressive. I think it's 10 or 11 points at Connecticut. Um, great win against DePaul. Great win at Notre Dame. Um, it's going to be another great Big East battle, against a team that's going to play really inspired basketball for their head coach, Coach Cooley.
The crowd at the AMP, if it's possible, may be crazier than normal. Do you have to talk to your team about managing their emotions with that atmosphere?
I'm going to talk to my team about eliminating losing and playing to our standard, because that's the only thing that we can control. I know the fans have emotion, but our focus is going to be on the court, what we have to do to play our best to have a chance against a really well-coached basketball team.
Kim, regarding Jaden tonight, I thought when you guys were down about 10, he made some big plays. He got to the line, he hit a three, and he helped in the glass a bit too. Just curious as to your thoughts on his second half.
I thought he grew up. Alamir Dawes was a senior in high school when Jaden Pierre was a freshman at the same high school. I thought he grew up incredibly today with his defense, with his shot taking, his rebound, his free throws late. I was watching this Seton Hall team a few weeks back, looking at their age and thinking, that's what we're going to look like when Garway and Jaden and Corey and Rich are men. Trey Davis, Adewusu, Alamir Dawes, Kadari Richmond are men. I think since that Seton Hall game, Jaden has put some really good games together. Creighton, St. John's, Xavier, DePaul tonight. I thought he played incredible defense in the first half, and I thought he played a really good overall game to finish and bring us home.
And then speaking of veterans, Josh Aduro had a big second half. I think 12 points, 4 blocks, and there's just a physical battle in there.
Jaden Bediako, he played a physical, tough, extracurricular type of game. And Josh had to adjust. He had to meet and exceed that physicality. I think he did. I thought he responded really well.
Thank you.
Kim, Garway, was that just coach's decision, second half?
He played in the second half, didn't
he? Yeah, I think 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, he played. It was just the flow of the game. Again, right now, like I'll say it for the rest of the season: eliminate losing and meet our standard. That's it. We've decided as a program. If I am not meeting our standard, if Coach Felton, Nate Thomason, if TJ Grahams, IJ Poole, Garway Dual, Devin Carter, Josh Oduro, our standard is our standard. And if you don't meet our standard, you won't play as much as you'd like.
Any more questions, guys?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ticket, can you just talk about the physicalness of this game? It seemed as if it may have been the most physical game that maybe you guys have played in the Big East this year.
Definitely physical on the glass. That was easy to see. A lot of hard hits, a lot of hard box outs. But we knew that we had to buckle down. They got maybe I think 13 offensive rebounds in the first half. And the talk at halftime wasn't about basketball. We're just about manning up and keeping your guy off the glass. And I think we did a good job of that in the second half. I think they had one until that last possession where they got maybe two at the end. But I think we did a great job adjusting to the physicality. We knew what type of game it was going to be. We knew what type of team Seton Hall is. And we knew we had to put our hard hats on for the second half.
And then just you getting going early with the three. Was it just spotting up or, where did that come from?
It was definitely just my teammates finding me in pick and roll. We had a couple open looks where guys kicked it out. I had a couple transition ones, but we preaching that we got to play fast. We want to play fast. We had a lot of guys who can push the ball off the rebound and just get in my spot. And my teammates know I'm getting there, and they trust me with the ball in transition to make shots, and I was able to make some tonight.
Pickett, when did you hear that Kadari Richmond wasn't in the lineup, and how, if in any way, did that change your approach to the game?
We found out when we were going out for the game, but it didn't change our approach. We still had the same goals for the game. With him playing or with him not playing, nothing changed when we went back to the locker room on our goals for the game. But we just wanted to we know Dawes going to be get a heavy dose of Amir Dawes this game, being one of their better players. So we wanted to focus in on him and limit other guys. We were able to do that down the stretch in the second half.
Ticket, what did you guys talk about in the timeout? I believe it was the under 12 there. That's right when you guys went on your run.
We've been in that position a lot of times this year where we're down going in, and then that second half of the second half. We just keep fighting. That's what we're preaching, is keep fighting, keep chipping away. You can't get it all back in one place. So the biggest thing is just figuring out ways to affect the game offensively and defensively, and we were able to do that. Bring some pressure on the ball, and our guys have made some tough shots tonight. Getting Josh the ball inside was big for us because he's 1-on-1, and we like that matchup a lot. And JP down the stretch was great with his free throws. Corey Floyd with his defense, making plays on defensive end, rebounding. I think everybody had a part in that comeback and eventually taking the lead and holding the lead. So I just credit to my teammates because we fought hard. No one gave up. We stayed together because we needed everybody tonight.
And how much did the break week help here in terms of just sort of maybe just taking a deep breath? I know that the Big East schedule has been really, really tough.
Yeah, it was definitely good for us with our guys. We know we had some guys banged up and things like that, but that time off gave us some time to recover, but also lock in on Seton Hall. Like you normally don't get that much time to prepare for one team and a team that we know we're really familiar with. We lost to at home, so that's in the back of our mind going into this game. And I think the long break really helped us lock in on our main goals for the game, and we were able to get it done.
Take it to have 2 wins in a row and then come with a home game here. You got a chance to get on a little bit of a roll and kind of right the ship.
Definitely. I've been college for a long time, so I've seen the up and down seasons, the wins, the win streaks, the loss streaks. But it's definitely around the time you want to start clicking. You want to start clicking around, going to February and then into March to finish out the season. But I think we got a great group of guys who's figuring it out, how to play with each other even more and more each day. We finding out new things we can do with certain players that we may have not been doing before. So I think February is around the time where you want to start figuring it out, putting pieces where they need to be successful in February and March.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ticket.
Thank you.
Ticket.
Appreciate you.